Welcome to XL Navigator, the comprehensive all-in-one version of our Excel add-in suite. When you install the full version, it includes all individual add-ins combined into a single powerful tool called XL Navigator Full Version. Once installed, you'll notice several interface elements. On the left side, you'll see different side panels, including vertical tabs that appear on first startup. On the right side, you may see the Object Explorer panel initially, though it could also display the SQL panel instead. The left side might show the full version interface rather than individual add-ins. Since you have access to 4 separate sets of functionality, you might not need all features simultaneously. XL Navigator offers flexible options to customize your workspace. You can collapse panels to the sides and select only the ones you want to see when needed. One approach is using shortcut buttons to access specific panels, then clicking away when finished. Alternatively, let me demonstrate another method. If you rarely use the calendar side panel, you can simply toggle it off to hide it completely. Similarly, if you don't frequently need the vertical tabs panel, you can toggle that off as well. This way, you can streamline your interface to show only the tools you actively use, creating a cleaner, more efficient workspace. This completely turns off the panel and saves valuable Excel real estate. So when you initially install the all-in-one full version of the add-in, you can toggle off all the panels you don't need and activate only the panels you plan to use regularly. Let me give you a quick overview of the functionality you get with these individual add-ins. Starting with the left side here, the toggle side panel gives you a calendar that you can use to pick date values from. You can also see the selected value, and there's this floating pop-up that appears when you need to view dates. I'll have separate videos covering the full functionality of these different features in detail. You can choose to use only the aspects of this calendar feature that you want. For instance, if you don't want the calendar panel visible, but you do like the pop-up functionality, you can toggle the panel off, but the pop-up will still appear when needed. Now, you'll notice this pop-up appears rather large on screen. This is really just a DPI scaling option. On this monitor that I have here, which is a standard 1920 by 1080 resolution, you can uncheck the Adjust for High DPI option. When you do that and click on the date picker again, you'll see it displays as a more compact version of the date picker interface. If you're on a high-resolution screen and some of the content appears truncated, maybe you don't see the full calendar year or labels are cut off, you can check this option to resolve the display issues. You'll also notice that if you navigate through these date states quickly, it can become annoying when you have multiple dates to process. Maybe you're using your keyboard to navigate and working with many dates. In these cases, you can simply hit the Escape key to dismiss the date picker and continue with your workflow. Once the date picker opens, you can use your keyboard to adjust the dates as needed, or pick a date directly from the calendar interface, then press Escape to continue. That's essentially how the date picker functions. Now, this auto-popup behavior might become annoying if you don't need it constantly. In that case, you can simply click on Preferences and uncheck the auto-popup enabled option. This way, the date picker won't automatically appear until you specifically want to show it. If you do want to show the pop-up on a date field later, you can re-enable the auto-popup feature from the ribbon menu under Navigate. There will be a separate dedicated video covering all the calendar and date picker functionality, but I wanted to mention that all this functionality is included in this all-in-one version. Let me uncheck that option for now. Secondly, we have the vertical tabs feature, and again, it auto-adjusts, but you might need to configure it based on your specific requirements. You can make the panel smaller to adjust for the size that you need. The vertical tabs feature provides a different way to navigate between sheets. I'll toggle this off for now. We'll go into more detail about vertical tabs in a different video. Now, when you look at the Object Explorer, let me toggle that back on. If you want to have any of these panels on the other side, you can simply drag it over and dock it on the opposite side. That will then become the default location for that panel, in this case, the Object Explorer. The Object Explorer also provides this vertical ability to navigate between different sheets. But more importantly, the Object Explorer gives you the ability to sort the navigation tree by the various different objects that you see in Excel. Maybe you want to navigate specifically by tables, or pivot tables, or charts, or images. You can do all of that here. You can search through all those objects, including comments and formulas. Again, we'll cover the Object Explorer in detail in a separate video. Let me toggle that off. Lastly, we have the SQL option. I'll toggle this on. The SQL option gives you the ability to import and export data between Excel and SQL Server. You can transfer data into tables in SQL Server or pull data from SQL Server tables directly into Excel. Auto-update table functionality means if you have a table in Excel with data, as you change that data, you can automatically push those updates to SQL Server or manually update when you click a button. You can set up multiple tables this way, and you can import by copying a range of data and quickly transferring it into SQL Server as a new table. Secondly, you can import selected table objects. If you have table objects in Excel or a set of tables, you can import all of those tables into SQL Server, and the data will maintain the same content and structure as your Excel tables. You can then link these tables so that you have tables in Excel that update content in SQL Server, and refresh the tables in Excel when data changes in SQL Server. You'll see those changes automatically reflected. We'll have a dedicated video that digs deeper into the SQL Excel functionality. That wraps up this overview of Excel Navigator. This is the full version, which you can get from XLNavigator.com. You can download a free 7-day trial with no credit card required. Try it out, and if you like it, go ahead and purchase it. When you buy the full version of Excel Navigator, it includes all future functionality. So if we add new features, new add-ins, or expand the Excel Navigator suite, you'll get access to those updates automatically as part of your purchase. This comprehensive solution provides the best value for your investment. As we continue expanding our suite of add-ins, the all-in-one full version will include all that future functionality at no additional cost to you. So if you want more functionality than just the date picker or vertical tabs, this definitely offers the best value for your money. Thank you for watching, and until next time.